Today on Meat Revival, BBQ Cornbread. Welcome back to Meat Revival. Today we're going to do something using little leftovers again. What we've got is some leftover ribs that I had cooked a couple weeks back and vacuum packed and froze.
Wait a minute. How do you have leftover ribs?
I like to cook extra.
Okay.
I like to cook extra because you never know, people like to eat a lot, and I'd rather have too much than not enough.
Okay.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to make a barbecue cornbread. And so this is a homemade from scratch cornbread that is using the meat, the leftover meat, some cheese, some peppers, and we're going to cook it on the RecTec, and it's a meal in itself. So to start off, what we're going to do is add 1.5 cups of sugar to a bowl. About 4 ounces plus a tablespoon of milk and 1.5 cups of melted butter. We're gonna.
Butter's always good.
Yes, it is. We're gonna mix that all in. Make a little slurry. Melt the sugar a little, and then to that, we're gonna add a can of cream corn. So we gotta have our vegetables. We're going to add a can of the diced green chilies. These are a nice mild flavor, but they give a nice little pop to the cornbread. I've got 6 eggs that have been slightly beaten. We're going to add that. So we're going to mix this all up. Get it nice and incorporated. So once we get it to where everything is mixed, we're going to come back in with our rib meat.
So did you dice the rib meat up?
Yeah, I diced it up when I pulled it off of the bones, okay, and just put it out in little vacuum pack bags. I've got a cup of sugar, or a cup of cheese, not sugar. Got a cup of Colby-Jack cheese. We're going to add in 8 ounces. We're going to mix that in.
Man, butter and cheese and rib meat. How do you get any better than that?
And then what we've got up here is we've got some all-purpose flour, some cornmeal, and some baking powder, and a little bit of salt. We're just going to kind of incorporate that in together. And then we're going to add this to the mixture over here. And now we're going to really get into it. Get nice and incorporated. It gets pretty thick, like a cornbread should.
So you're going to bake this? You're not going to fry it, right?
No, we're going to bake it. You could fry it. If you wanted to put it on a flat top and do like some hoe cakes, you could do that. You can make muffins out of it. I like to put it in the pan.
Well, you can put it in little muffin tins.
Muffin tins? You can get
muffin pan.
Get some of those little cast iron lodge skillets. So once you get everything fully incorporated, take your pan. It's already pre-sprayed with Pam. We're just going to get everything down into it. Level it out.
So that's a pretty big, that pan's pretty full.
It is pretty full. We're going to level that out, and then we're going to be going over to our RecTec and putting it on. After about 1 hour and 10 minutes at 325 degrees, we're going to be putting it off and putting a topping on it of some barbecue rub, some butter, and some barbecue sauce as well. So we'll see you back in a second.
Why don't you start back with you put it on the RecTec?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we see Buck in the picture?
No.
Okay.
No, we were looking.
No,
he was Bug was just, Bug was doing his job. He thought something might have fallen back there.
Did something fall?
Yeah, so let's go to the RecTec now.
All right, so now that we've got everything in the pan, we're going to take it over to our RecTec Trailblazer. It's set at 325 degrees. We're going to put it in there for 1 hour and 10 minutes. We'll see you back in a second. All right, so we're taking this over to the RecTec Trailblazer. Got it set at 325 degrees. It's a great little cooker. folds up easily, gets in the back of a car, truck, whatever you need. We're gonna set this in here for an hour and 10 minutes, and then we're gonna check it. We wanna make sure that a toothpick going into it comes out clean, just like any kind of baking. And then we'll finish it off with our topping. We'll see you in a minute. All right, well, it's been about an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes on our RecTec here. We're getting a look at our cornbread. We've tested it. It's come out clean. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a sauce on it. And so you might be saying, cornbread with
put a sauce on a cornbread.
Well, because we got barbecue in it, we've got cheese, and we've got all kinds of good stuff, and we just need to add another layer of flavor. And so what I've got here is about 6 tablespoons of butter mixed with some of the Sweet Swine of mine Lambo's combo sauce, about a quarter cup, and then about 3 tablespoons of the University of Q quad rub. We're gonna go in and we're gonna pour a little bit on here, and then we're gonna brush it, just kind of a thin layer. And we're gonna let this sauce set up. And then once it's done in about 10 minutes, we're gonna come in, we're gonna pull it.
So with that sauce, will it kind of sink in, or is it just going to kind of get sticky on top?
It's just going to kind of get sticky, yeah. It's just kind of giving another layer of flavor. So we're going to give this about another 10 minutes, and then we're going to pull it, cut it up, and give it a shot.
Sounds good.
All right, well, our cornbread's cooked for about an hour, 10 minutes. We stuck a toothpick in, it came out clean. We added the glaze, which consisted of the butter, the Sweet Swine of mine Lambo combo, and some of the University of Q quad rub. We glazed it out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to serve it up. Like I said, this is a pretty hearty cornbread. Got some little plates here. So we got
I just like brownies, man. Give me the corner piece.
Absolutely. I want the little crispy edges. Look at that.
fork if you'd like.
Look at the inside right there.
That's all the rib meat showing
Yeah.
there. Golly.
So this is going to be a sweet cornbread. This isn't a typical southern dry cornbread. This is one that's going to be almost like a corn cake.
Yeah.
You can see the density of it with the corn and the cheese. It's great. So let me know what you think.
Okay, so a lot of times people think we're the only ones in here looking at this. There's some more hungry mouths back there. It's kind of watery.
Oh, it's like sharp circling
yeah,
right
let's
now.
kind of put a little more out. Let them have some too.
I like that little crispy edge right there.
Man,
Yep.
that's some good stuff right there.
Man, Jiffy's gonna get all over you for stealing their recipe.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. You use leftovers. You almost got a meal in it. It's so dense. You know, then you add that meat to it. You got the vegetables. We got the green chili, so you know it's got to be healthy. You know.
Can I offer a word of advice? Let it sit a little bit longer before you take a big bite like that.
Make the roof of your mouth hang down.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could add a big old slob of butter on there, make it even more. So
Where is the butter?
I just like it as it is. So
I think there's a lot in there, isn't
there's a whole lot of butter.
So
in
are
there.
you saying you can put too much butter in there?
No. Paula Dean has shown us that.
Don't misunderstand me.
No. But that rib,
That's really good. I mean, that's more than just a cornbread.
it's a meal.
Yeah, it's a meal and a meal.
Eat that with a side bowl of savory white beans and ham. It's a little salty on that
A
side.
little slice of onion with it.
A little sweet right here. That's something. Oh my God.
Yeah. So,
Good stuff, brother.
thank you. That concludes today's episode. We hope you enjoy it. Please let us know what you think about this after you try it. Give us a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for checking us out today on Meat Revival. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you can get all the latest updates. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them below. We'll see you next time.